We're all in confirmation that simple chemistry, the romance aspect that we were initially going for, that's gone.
That's
completely dead. Right. No more on that. Okay. Location ideas for...
I might be able to get Archway School on Saturdays.
Which I think would be good. We need a sciencey kind of lab,
and
because that would be
school.
definitely...
So long as we can get to the actual science lab, then I think that would
Yeah.
we would all need.
Are we all free on Saturdays though? If we...
Yeah, I'll be free for whenever we're doing the set, so I'll prioritise this.
Me too.
Okay, so Archway School, if you can get it.
If I can get it.
If you get that, then I reckon a kitchen. As in just this simple,
kind of-
plain
Oh, no,
kitchen would be...
we do
Just
need
go
a
kind of-
school. So, like,
No, we
lockers
don't,
and
no,
stuff.
we don't.
No, I was going to say we could just
We don't need it.
borrow
we
some
don't
of
need
the basic
school,
equipment. Yeah, we can just do up someone's bed because he's not going to freaking live in the science lab, is he?
That's
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
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 So if we set up like a nerd's bedroom, I think that would be a bit more appropriate soon now.
Besides-
They're often...
Oh, are we continuing with the
It's
a
game
game.
video idea thing?
It's a title sequence, so we can do
Matt.
a shot of them at home with him meeting up with his friend, and then they go to school afterwards
Right.
because they've got access to the science labs because they're nerds.
Boom.
This isn't technically school related. It's just team related. Can't we?
Yeah, but
So
stereotypically teen related means school. Schools are easily
It could
relatable to teens.
Yeah, but it could just be during those team. It could be during
In the
school
vast
holidays.
majority of teen comedies, they are set with at least school related.
Exactly, we can be school related. I never said we weren't because the entire aim of it is school related.
Yeah, so why are we arguing?
Because it could be. It doesn't need to be based inside a school completely.
No, but that's what I'm talking about. We could have a shot of them at home and then them going back to school.
Well, we're not
Because
filming
the
the
school-
entire film, are we? We're not filming.
No, but we're
in
doing
the open,
titles.
open,
3
the
minutes is a
opening
long time
sequence,
to
we
get
need
all this.
home and school instead of just always being at home. It doesn't
or
make
always
sense.
at school, vice versa.
But because we need him walking back from or
You'd be
to
surprised
somewhere
how
when
short.
he's getting attacked by the bullies.
Is he,
Well, like, it could be like
We don't know if that's
morning.
final.
It could be morning on the way
It
to
is
school.
final.
We haven't wrote a script, so we don't know if
No,
it's.
but
final.
we need that.
The
in
bullies
there.
are a character.
Because
which
otherwise,
we
why else
meant
would we be trying to get popular if he's not getting attacked by bullies?
We're not saying he's going to get attacked.
Is he going to be? Is he
I
going
reckon the attack by bullies, that would be an easy way to show the contrast and stereotypes.
Yeah.
Like, they're direct binary opposites.
Yeah,
and we can
I'm
use
not
status and shots with that. But the bully being significantly bigger, looking down on the nerd, and the nerd looking up on the bully, that can be done and it looks quite effective. And it's instantly relatable to teen comedies
So,
because they often feature stereotypes.
You say
like that.
Saturday, what time? Because we're going to organise a time where the daylight is going to make shots awkward.
We've got some
Mornings,
time before we need to pick an exact location. We've still got a lot of planning to do.
It's mainly mornings that I'll be able to get it.
As in, I don't know what I'm doing, a month down the line.
Right.
So we'll come back to when we're at the date we're filming it a little bit later on.
It will have to be filmed on numerous dates, not just one day.
Yeah, I know.
Is anyone taking this down? Brad?
No, it's being filmed, so we can just look at the footage.
It can be used as well.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah, I'm going to. You're going to ask me. Was I going to?
It could be noted as well, so we could.
Well, that was the whole thing. If you
But
had
anyway.
announced this beforehand, I would have been more prepared.
But anyways, okay, so that's location.
Well, the shot was there.
We've handled locations.
Characters. We're not character, casting.
Yeah, casting. So actors, me and Adam have already agreed to act. So
Yeah,
we could be the
I'm
two
fine
nerds.
being a nerd.
I'm
Brad
fine
has
being
agreed
a
to
nerd.
be a bully. We're hopefully getting George Kelly. He agreed earlier on that he would be a bully. We've asked Sam Heaney. He says possibly. We asked Joe Ball earlier if he.
Do we all know what we want them to be though?
No. But Joe Ball is happy to act in it if we need him.
And you said we asked them earlier. To be honest.
Okay.
Sam probably won't.
We need
So
to kind of base the
We'll
people.
have the nerds and bullies.
We need to base the actors off of the bullies though, because there's no good picking without sounding like discriminatory or whatever.
All the same colour here. So.
You don't want to pick somebody who looks. We want to pick somebody who looks buff and mean like Brad.
Well, yeah, that's why we're
To be-
picking
to be a
Brad.
bully, like,
He'll be the
character.
head bully, really,
Oh,
wouldn't he?
lovely.
'Cause he
We
can-
don't want somebody like Adam to be like a parent or a teacher.
In one of the shots for Brad, we're hopefully thinking. No, we are thinking. Hopefully, going to do him picking me up by the collar and then throwing me into something.
I don't know, that sounds a bit ambitious, and
It does.
think of the health and safety for that.
No, no,
We'd have to
No, I mean
mats
like.
and...
He'll pick me up
Guys,
and
think-
go like
think
that. I'll
realistically.
stand up on my tiptoes, so it'll look like I've been lifted a bit off the floor.
We'll cut to
In
a shot of
a
you
shot
off
of
the
me
floor.
off the floor, so just my feet.
How are we going to do that?
I'll just pull myself up and hold on my arms onto something, and you can just have a shot of my feet.
Yeah.
Easy.
So you're going to need a prop which is going to be like a table or
No, but if it's like something like a wall, even he could just. Well, I can't really do it on the sofa, but just hold himself up by his legs
Yeah.
while his feet.
If Brad throws me into something, we've already agreed how to do this. If he pushes me and I jump backwards, it will look like he's just pushed me really hard backwards.
And if we do the angles right.
If we do the angles
it will
right,
look-
then it will look appropriate.
okay, but that's a bit far-fetched. I mean, it would take a lot of camera work to make that look
It
legit.
does look a little bit
Yeah.
violent, so we'll have to find a way to pad it and make
Maybe
it
we can
comical.
reconstruct the area where you.
We need to find a way to make
We've
it
agreed that we're
comical,
gonna be a
and
15
violence
anyway,
can only be
so-
comical if you make it slapstick, really.
No. It's going to be a 15,
No.
which means they need to expect violence in it.
Oh, so
What's
it's going.
the
So
thing of-
we've officially established it's a 15.
Yeah.
Finally, yeah.
Let's
Okay,
include-
right.
If you think of things like
That's
in the
good.
in-betweeners, like I said earlier, when we were setting up for the camera, you know?
Okay, yeah. So
In-betweeners kind of stuff like that. It's real, but it's funny. It's not slapstick.
It's-
Slightly,
yeah.
slightly pathetic in a way.
It's yeah.
yeah, you want people to be like, oh yeah, it's
embarrassing.
cringe.
look, I'm
Yeah,
crying.
it's cringing.
Crude, yeah.
You're just like, oh, for God's sake, that kind of thing. We
We don't.
because we don't. If,
We don't do
if
like
he was to
brutal
pick you up and
Taken
throw
style.
you, then that can be quite brutal.
Don't make it seem like Taken 2 style brutality.
Yeah.
But during this the confliction between the nerds and the bullies, is he going to be by himself or
Yes. Single nerd.
single nerd?
And then he calls his friend.
And how many bullies are there going to be? Or are they going to be all together?
I think
Two
we should
or
have
three.
a
Two or
majority.
three.
I think 3 will be a bit more daunting.
Yes, rather than
two will
having
be just
even-
like, oh yeah, we're best friends, but I like to beat our little kids because it's like my thing. That's great.
But you probably want like one head bully, and you want like two
That.
accomplices, which I kind of agree with everything.
Well, I
he
could be like the.
says.
Yeah.
I could
Like
be
if
You
like
want
You're-
to
you're the
keep, you
head
want to keep
bully.
the sheep and shepherd stereotype that you've got going on with social groups.
I was thinking if I so it's not
Good
drawn on
approach.
our previous production, I could be like his.
Being-
Let's
You-
draw.
You're not being a henchman again.
No, not that sort of
No,
henchman.
you're
I would just
already
be
gonna
like,
be the lead
like the
figure.
accomplice.
You-
Like
you
George
should
could be.
be-
Oh yes, I can imagine George being a pretty good role for the shepherd.
And also because he's
Oh,
and it's
no.
more like
And
With-
Brad could be like one of his.
his own accomplices.
Yeah.
Mm.
You just kind of sit in the back.
It's like the lead bully should say something, and then the other two.
Sorry.
Right.
If the lead bully says something, the other two should then like copy exactly what he says and like yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah. If we do the bullies like over the top, stupid.
say George is in a. Let's
Apart
show
from
the.
the lead guy should be quite clever, but the other two will
The
like,
lead
really,
guy should
really
be clever enough, but the other two should be like, yeah,
Just
beyond dumb.
Lesser
Right,
intelligence.
first thing. If it's so, for example, it'd be like if George was like, let's show these clowns or something. Then Brad
If we
would
ever
like,
get
Brad would go like, huh, yeah, clowns.
Close.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be perfect. Actually.
Except don't do a Russian accent.
That was a nice one. Clowns. Oh no. Clowns. They're fun.
Just we'll take time.
Clowns.
We'll work
Fuck.
on
That was
the
just an
aspects
example. That
when
was
it
just
gets
an
to it.
example.
But yeah,
But
that,
you know
that's
what I
good.
mean.
That is
That's-
a good line actually. We might take
I'll
that.
steal that.
But we'll steal that from ourselves. Yeah. What else? What else have we got to talk about? Storyline itself. So we agree. It's one nerd getting bullied. Calls his friend. Him and his friend make the agree that came up with this idea to make a cool serum or potion of some
Not a
description.
potion.
Serum.
Not a potion.
See, we don't want to. We want to make it
A
so it's
concoction.
drinkable. Concoction. We'll go with concoction.
If we use different flavour fizzy
Concoction.
drinks,
Yeah,
we have
we
Coke
could.
and lemonade and pink lemonade.
If we just
and
change the
stuff
colour
like
of
that.
it, then make it
Maybe just get food colouring or water.
A- Actually,
food
harmless,
no,
it works.
And it
Because
tastes gross. You know?
most stuff in science labs are all fizzy. If you put denture cleaner tablets in water, then they fizz really, really strongly. And they're really cheap. You can get like
We've got a box of
10
them
tablets
Now
for
they
like
say it's
5p.
consume.
Yeah.
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 You brush
Okay.
your teeth. You
Right,
clean
we'll start
your teeth with
thinking
them.
later on about the specific different things we're going to make. But they agreed to make a concoction. I reckon it should be drinkable kind of thing rather than needles. Because
Yeah.
needles they've got a really bad association with bad kind of drugs.
Yes.
Whereas
we
drinks
kinda
are
wanna-
kind of harmless.
I still
They're-
kind of want to make it feel like a bit of a player from Breaking Bad. Don't know why. It's kind
No.
I don't think that would work.
No.
I don't think we can make a comedic version of Breaking Bad. That seems a bit ambitious. But
be funny
yeah,
though.
and then one of them drinks the cure,
I think both
Cure?
of them should.
Well, I've
Cure.
suddenly turned this into a super disease movie.
It's like Cure.
No,
is it?
You are
one
no
of them
longer
drinks,
the
no,
concoction.
drinks the
Nerd.
concoction
I
of,
think both of them should.
of the Kool-Aid.
Really.
Sorry,
Well, I
established
yeah,
that.
okay,
No,
right.
this is a-
Both.
Don't interrupt anyway.
And
We're
then-
talking, okay.
Well, I was thinking that one person drinks the concoction and then it's just a cut to him on the floor, but suddenly he's cool, dressed in different clothing, looking, much cooler.
Like that.
And then
With dubstep.
that's how we finish our sequence.
I like it should be both of them.
And you reckon it should be both of them?
Yeah.
So a cut to both of them on the floor, but suddenly in different outfits. Cool
Or-
outfits.
It's kind of like an establishing shot of how they're just portrayed.
Yeah, of how they've just
we can
changed.
kind of use the same kind of shot of like a school or like a hallway.
Yeah.
Of at the start of the scene, it could be them nerdily dressed, and then when they
And then they walk the other way, in the other direction.
no, exact same place, exact same shot as it was used for the opening, but they've changed completely. Different music, maybe different
Yes.
form of lighting, so it's more broad and vibrant.
How are we going to do the transformation? I was thinking, like
It should
falls
just be-
below a table then when they turn
And then you just see their hand,
Yeah,
I
it
reckon
comes up
them,
something.
one of them's like trying to get to inhaler. I thought that could have been quite funny.
One was there.
He's like
yeah,
knocking
and
it around on the table,
their
and then
parents-
suddenly his hand drops, and then it's a cut to them on the floor, and then suddenly
Nice.
badass. Because inhaler, that's a stereotypical nerd.
Like
Yeah,
like
really
shades,
problems.
like a leather jacket almost.
Yeah, I was thinking white shirt, leather jacket, go really T-bird almost.
Like a really low.
Because that's like over the top stereotype of cool.
like gel their hair up like a pun.
Yeah.
This is all working. This is all good.
I have job.
Okay, what's our thing going to be called then? What's our group?
Initial ideas was Kool-Aid,
No,
but we're not sure about
No.
that.
not Kool-Aid.
Because it's not really a drink.
No,
We could call it
it's not branded. This is like serum. As a clever name.
Concoction.
No, we can't do a concoction as a name. So.
Con.
No.
What's that about?
Con.
Yeah. Yeah.
Conscience.
Concocum.
You can't just leave letters out of words.
If you're going to call it conscience, read between the lines.
Okay, we'll think of an idea another day, but
Yes.
we're agreed on the plot now. That's the plot, that's what's happened.
What's our actual? Not like the product. I mean, like, do we have to create a logo for our?
Logo?
We're,
I was
we're having
thinking-
Canadian Productions. We have to have that.
Canadian Productions, but you know you can
Even though we're
you
not
can
Canadian.
parody other logos. Like Mr. Wallace has 20th Century Wallace Productions and stuff like that. I was thinking we do that.
The
But
lion.
you know Lionsgate, and they've got the line that pops
Have
out the O and then goes.
No, it's
I was
not
thinking-
Lionsgate. That's Metro Golden Maya. Not
I'm
Lionsgate.
pretty sure Lionsgate.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's Lionsgate.
No, it's not. It's
We
Metro.
all know what we're talking about.
Whatever, the one that has
lion.
a lion that leans
It's
out
really
the O
iconic,
and
we
then
all know it.
roars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead, we get it so that it's like this similar style, but it says Canadian Productions, and then he pops out the O and goes Canadian, and then we go Productions.
That's relatable to our.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be good
To
if
our
we
prelim
worked in a
task.
little bit of history with our logo. As in we've already done.
So what
some
about when
things.
we're showing it to the parents and they just kind of see? I mean, it's just kind of twirling.
I don't know. It would be funny. It would be.
It'd
kind
be
of
It does. In some ways, I like the idea because it just really showed right off the bat, hey, this is a funny film.
If we post our prelim town on Facebook, people
Yeah,
can
even
see-
the
people
logo
can
is
be-
funny,
yeah, they can
which
see
I
it.
like because that means instantly.
We'll just have Brad like pop his head through the.
We should probably have more than one logo because if you think about normal films, they're like in association with this, produced by this.
Yeah,
No,
but
'cause it's just
we're
us.
not doing that because it's just our company.
We're not being produced by anyone. Just
We're not
our
being
company.
produced.
We're off our own backs, mate.
We're an
This is our-
indie film
Well,
company.
that was just an example, but there's normally
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
those,
I
that's-
know what you mean, but
those
we're
are
two or
different
three.
different companies working in coalition, but we're just
We're
one.
an indie film company.
We're just one. So we don't have to do those other titles. And
Yeah,
stuff.
our film company is completely indie. So.
So is there anything else we need to talk about? We talked about locations, characters, the actual plot.
What about the
Forms of music.
characters.
the titles, the title sequences?
But what on Brad?
The
We've got
the,
the
the,
character.
the mum. Are we having the mum?
No.
No, I don't.
Because
I
if
think
it's-
that's way.
I
The
think-
realism is what makes teen comedies funny. We found that out.
I
from
think
our
that's just
questionnaires.
patronising. That's really patronising humour for 15s.
If anything,
think
it's just
having a-
annoying.
Yeah. Like
The
12A,
If
that
you
would
look,
be funny.
If you look at our research,
but
you know,
15, it's
it's kind of obvious the people like relatable humour.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who has a mum which acts like that?
Cam Dorshan.
Go ahead.
And then we'll carry on. The last thing I reckon in music we need to talk about, because we either need to get rights or we need to compose it ourselves. So how
yeah,
will we
yeah.
compose pop music?
Well, we can't use anything copyrighted, so we'll have to probably contact somebody within the school.
Ed Kelly is good at composition. He composes quite a lot of stuff with his guitar. That's not copyrighted.
No, but we need it pop themed. That's the thing.
We can always go on
So,
the website.
actually,
where-
BMP3, you can download loads of
Pop
music.
themed. That's like, could it be pop themed? Like, it's got a lot of synth though.
I mean,
Stuff,
we could use
doesn't
some
it?
form of like dubstep because that's really common. And it's so
It's
so
not, it's
generic
just
that you could
people-
just
Dubstep at the end when they're popular. At the end of the opening.
yeah.
track.
Sorry,
Yeah,
that's
I
some
remember-
classic
yeah,
copyrighted
transforming. I think
music.
that'll be.
Have it so like the opening sequence could be like them in their parents' basement, and we could just kind of like have some like opera house music playing.
Who has a basement?
Not opera,
With like a really
classical.
retro CD player.
Classical, not opera.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we could try that.
Chess hands.
Like you know one of those really old CD players with the radio headphones
Well, yeah, we'll see how.
that has a
see
bunch
how
of. We
that
can make it.
works,
We can
yeah.
try and make it sound like a diegetic sound as well.
So it's like
give it an effect.
from the basement, walking, getting approached by the bullies, and then to the school.
I don't think it should be in a basement. Because basement, it's dark, it's cramped, it's damp.
We could always
That's not
just
a,
use
that's
them.
not a traditional comedy.
Get a lava lamp in there, some like weird light.
So
going
I'm
on.
reckoning, I'm reckoning.
Okay, just a kitchen then.
kitchen or bedroom.
Some start off point for where he's
We're
gonna.
going to have a bedroom anyway, aren't we? Because we had the idea about the coming over and playing the video games thing.
Are we going to do that?
I don't know. It might not fit.
Are we doing
Well,
it that
story.
he's going to school, gets stopped by the bullies, then heads into school and then does the cure, or are we doing that he's finished school, he
Finishes
goes to
school,
his thing,
goes home, does the cure, sleeps, goes to school the next day.
does the cure?
I think the original.
No, I don't think he sleeps and does
think
it the next day.
He drinks it when he wakes up, or something.
He drinks it and then it's just a cut to him and he's suddenly cool.
Okay.
I think the first thing you said was good, where he's on his way to school, gets approached by the bullies at school.
Well, that gives him access to the lab. Which
Yeah,
we
because
really
he's kind of like,
and
oh, this is good.
Except that would mean that he'd have to change halfway through the school day, which would be really confusing.
What do you mean change halfway?
Because if he's on the way to school and gets punched by the bullies, he'd be going to school to go to school. And then at school,
Yeah,
he's
but-
making the cure.
You think
thing.
Why is it?
we could do it that he's in sixth form and therefore he wears non-school uniform? Well, some schools don't have school uniform anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever watched American Pie.
And
In between
American
those,
high
actually-
schools in particular, they don't have high schools.
In between
they
us,
have,
has a
yeah, they do have high schools.
don't have
They
that,
don't
though.
have school uniforms.
Yeah.
The in-betweeners has a uniform for sixth form, which we could use.
Or we could not,
Or we could,
so that we could show the difference between being a nerd and being cool.
we could just use the cliche
Just
American
put
dress
them-
code, like jocks and like
Yeah, that's
jumpers.
what I was
jackets.
thinking because it's just
nerds and
that's
like
so
shirts.
overdone
Anoraks.
and overplayed that it's
To
funny.
some point, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
how's the story going to flow then?
Well, we
does
don't
it
really
start?
need to do much on it because we've only got like a 5-minute introduction.
So are we?
That's what I mean.
All right,
What's it- what's
let's
the
have a
beginning
let's
of
have
the
a vote. Are they going to school and making the thing, or are they leaving school and making the thing?
I think they should get bullied. My
Okay,
whole,
Adam votes leaving.
my
I
whole
vote
grasp
go.
of the concept, right, would be go to school, they get bullied while they're on the way to school. They go into school, they stay behind after school to make the concoction, and then they get like knocked out from the thing. They wake up the next morning, school's already started.
And they're cool.
They're at school, yeah, and they're cool.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I think that's.
I'll go with that.
Yeah,
so
I
they
think-
go to school and then they do it. Okay, Adam, are you
It's
alright with
more-
that?
it's
Three
more
against
paced.
four.
It's a good idea.
Are we
3 against
democratic?
1, if you can count properly.
This is a-
Sorry, I was thinking of fractions.
This
I've
is a
been doing maths, but
dictatorship,
anyway.
alright? You're viewed as.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay, alright.
You sure? Because this is
Right.
a routine. We have to agree on everything. If you want
He's
to.
just agreed. Just-
Okay.
Except it does mean that we're not going to have any home shots at all, are we?
No, we can have
It's
the
going
home
to be
shot in
all
the
filmed
morning.
in a school.
It'll be morning shots,
Morning.
and they'll be on the way to
Morning,
school.
walking to
Well,
school.
Because if we,
Morning,
we will
walking
need
to
a,
school.
we will need a school, and if I can't get Archway to do this, then that plan's going to all fall apart.
And then if you can't get Archway to do this, okay, so can you confirm whether or not Archway will do it within the next, like, 2 weeks?
Possibly.
Okay, well,
How
you
do
try
you
and
get
do that.
Archway anyway?
And if you
On
can't...
Saturday mornings, Archway run a music thing, which I used to be part of. So if I go there, and I know there will be some people from Archway there who can ask if we
They,
can do some filming.
Are they likable people?
Why don't we
Am I
just-
going to get on with these
Why don't we
people?
phone the school
Well,
and
it
ask them
doesn't
for
It doesn't
permission to do
matter.
this?
I'm more comfortable.
We could do that.
Because I think that's what we should do, and then try your tactic as well. And if that doesn't work, then we'll do it the other way around, and we'll have to use...
And we'll have to make it more
we'll have to use...
home-based
Yeah.
Home based.
and avoid using school.
Okay, so 2 weeks. If that doesn't work, then we will find... We'll
We'll make
choose
another
We'll
update
choose the
video
other
on it.
plot line, and we'll make another update to confirm that. But
Okay.
anything else that people would like to raise?
I think we're pretty much, agreed and sorted out on everything.
Did we sorted out music, we sorted out characters.
We're going to talk about the title sequences, how we're going to illustrate the
We were going to put them in on
Post-it
on
notes and
beakers,
test tubes
post-it
and
notes,
stuff.
whiteboards.
Periodic table.
If we use that
Periodic
program
table.
which zeroes out some of the max, how do we also
Adam, can you get the door? Because I don't want anyone to run.
Oh.
I was gone.
Well, I was thinking about working them in naturally rather than putting them in over the top.
so that program can make that happen?
No, I mean we actually write it on a post-it note.
What if the quality's not that great? Or what if you can't read someone's handwriting?
We could put several
Then we'll
post-it
do it in neat handwriting.
We could put several
I'm
post-it
sure we
notes
can get
together
someone
make
to
it
write a
bigger.
clear
Cheers,
post-it
Adam.
note.
Alright.
Yeah, just put several post-it notes together so we can write it bigger or something. I don't know.
I feel like Zach's our producer.
He's like,
But anyway, don't get distracted.
Yeah.
So basically that's what's going to go. We're going to try and implement it in a natural way.
Yeah.
through the environment.
Which gives it a
Do you
student.
like that idea?
Yeah, I
Putting
think
it
it's- I think it's
naturally.
Yeah, I think
Gives it a student.
We, if we feel like we need more titles, then we'll add in electronic bass then.
Studenty vibe.
Yeah.
But I feel like the main actual title itself should be really, really obvious.
And I reckon we should feature backpacks, that kind of thing.
Anoraks, glasses. Stuff for the nerds.
Did you say anoraks?
Yeah.
I was going to say, if we're going to have leather jackets, they could have it on